Hi, this is Pastor Ken Shorley at the Market Street Presbyterian Church located in Lima, Ohio, and I have been recording a series of videos called Wandering in the Wilderness with Pastor Ken. The reason I entitled it Wanderings in the Wilderness is for the number 40. I was ordained March the 1st, 1981. And I have been serving as a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ for 40 years. So you're looking at the sanctuary of the Market Street Presbyterian Church in Lima, Ohio. And I'm trying to give a panoramic view of the sanctuary. This will tie into my devotional message. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little story from my life. And this story comes from my second pastorate, which was in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. It was right in the city of Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. When I served as pastor of a city church in Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania, on a Sunday morning, about 10:30 a.m., I noticed a young couple in the church sanctuary. Service would be starting at 11 a.m., so I had a little bit of time to welcome them and talk to them. They were walking around the sanctuary and looking up and looking at the stained glass windows and walking all around in kind of an awe state. They were absolutely delighted to be in the sanctuary, for the sanctuary dated back almost 100 years, and it had that architectural flavor of a beautiful Presbyterian church built in the city. I could see they were greatly enjoying themselves, just looking around and thinking about things. And then I brought up to them, well, services will be starting pretty soon here, and I hope you'll enjoy worshiping with us on this Sunday morning. And they looked at me, and he said, "Oh, no, we don't plan to do that." Well, I was kind of shocked, like, what do you mean? "Oh, no," she said, "we just go out on Sunday mornings to churches and we look at the building and the architecture, but we leave. We don't participate in the morning service of worship." Well, by now, looking at my watch, I had to get ready to lead worship. And as soon as the service started, I looked out, and they were gone. They did not come to worship. They came to look at architecture and explore history without ever connecting a church sanctuary to the whole idea of worship of Almighty God. So I want to read to you from Psalm number 122, just one verse. "I was glad when they said unto me, let us go into the house of the Lord." Now, why was the writer of the psalm glad? Was it because the writer of the psalm was thinking, I can't wait to look at the architecture I can't wait to see how this building was constructed. I can't wait to think about the history behind the building. No, the writer of this psalm was glad because he knew that he was going to worship Almighty God. He was going to give honor, praise, and glory to the one God. He was excited because there would be some type of fellowship between the Almighty God and His Spirit. Jesus said, "They who worship me must worship in spirit and truth." Spirit and truth. That inside of all of us there's a spirit, and that's the invisible part of our lives. But that spirit within us needs to acknowledge the one true God, and to, with our mouth, with our lives, dedicate ourselves to just giving honor, praise, adoration to the one true God. I was glad when they said unto me, "Let us go unto the house of the Lord." Psalm 122, verse 1. Are you glad to come into the house of the Lord on Sunday? Are you glad when you go to your church to worship Almighty God? Keep in mind that the true purpose of a church building is to just house the bodies, souls, and spirits of those that God has called to know Him, love Him, and worship Him. So that in that particular day and on that particular time, those individuals are giving to God what is due to God. Honor,